Hey everyone, Lisa Haverly here, Nature Superhero Network. I had a question about how to shift the thinking if you have been working indoors for many years and now you want to take on nature-based therapy. And I think it's important to really sit and kind of think about that. And then think about one tool that you might have used often in whatever setting you were in. And then walk around outdoors in nature and think about, how could I translate that with natural elements? How could I replicate the same outcome that I'm looking for within this context of nature? And I do think it takes some kind of assessment of the nature space in which you are going to be collaborating with. And so what does the nature space that you are wanting to do your therapy in, what does it afford you? What are the features? What's the topography like? What are the natural elements already there? And then you start thinking about, okay, so if I wanted to meet this goal, how would I collaborate with these natural elements to make that outcome happen? It can be a switch because you go from pulling something up of a shelf to really maybe looking around your natural environment on what you could pull in and collaborate with to meet those functional outcomes. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you might not be bringing tools, equipment, different activities out in nature. I think that's perfectly fine because again, we're doing therapy in collaboration with nature. So we still want to have those goals in mind, and we still want those functional outcomes. So again, we're still using our clinical reasoning hat, we're still using our OT skill set, but we're doing it in collaboration with nature. And so depending on what your goals are, that collaboration might look a little bit different. We might be actively engaged with natural elements if our goals are around postural control or bilateral integration or fine motor skill development. We might be experiencing the natural elements from a place of noticing and self-awareness, which might afford us work with children who may have challenges with mental health or well-being. And so again, it's really thinking about how nature can support those functional outcomes. Sometimes it's an active role, and sometimes it's more of a passive, and it's more of this beautiful environment, and sometimes it's both. And so I hope this is helpful for the person who asked about how do we shift our mindset. And I think spending some time really thoughtfully reflecting upon that, it's important. And then walking around whatever nature space you might be collaborating with, and have this kind of in mind about what are the affordances, what are the elements that are already there that you could source and harness to meet those functional goals. So I hope this is helpful. Reach out with any questions. In my training, Rooted in Rhythm, I go a little bit deeper and actually have kind of a format about how you can go forth and assess that natural environment. But in the meantime, you can do this on your own. Walk around and take notice of what the natural world has to offer you where you live. All right, I hope this is helpful, and I do hope to one day see you down the road. Thanks so much.